Oh, the crazy plant lady part?
Alright, it's recording?
Yes.
Hi, welcome to the Massage Podcast. I'm here with
Iris.
And Ashley.
and I am Buddha Bloom. Thank you for watching, and we're gonna just dive right in. I'm gonna introduce myself. My name is Anthony Hazin. I've been a massage therapist for how long? About 8 years, going on 9 now. And I went to acupuncture and massage college, and the basis was shiatsu, which is a Japanese form of massage. And we also learned Swedish techniques. And after that, I also went to Thai massage school. I studied with Mukti here in Florida, South Florida. And yeah, I've been loving it so far. So yeah.
Awesome. I'm Iris. I've been a massage therapist for 6 years now. I'm from New York, so I trained originally in New York, Connecticut area. And then with my recent 3 years of being here in Miami, I was able to take on some other certificates. I trained with Buddha in table Thai massage. That was so much fun. I feel like that has helped improve my skill sets on the table and be able to maneuver the body. And taking on a lot of energy work courses too, mostly in Reiki form. So incorporating all those modalities into my practice.
I'm Ashley. My company is Cosmic Wellness. I've been practicing for 3 years now. I'm from Miami. My favorite modality is lymphatic massage. I went to school and Practice Institute, and the main massage practice or modality was Swedish and deep tissue. But I wanted to expand more into like embodiment and like healing. So I did the Kama Flight with Iris, and it was very like, it helped me like get into my body more, and like flowing more for like ourselves and our clients, So
Yes.
it's very inspiring.
Oh, I'm so excited to
Yeah.
dive more into that.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, Kama Flight was very
Yeah.
interesting, and I think it's definitely a great combination with like Thai massage, yoga, and acro yoga, right?
Yeah,
So,
it blends all those modalities and contact improv, so it leaves a little bit of space for creativity and to meet you where you're at with your partner.
yeah, it could also be very like deep for like relationship building.
Yes.
Yes.
We had that experience we had a women's one,
Mhm.
and it was very intimate. It was a small group, but you could tell like even like I'm very quick to be comfortable with women, but like the both of us were very like our bodies were holding so much tension.
Yeah.
But the more that we talked, like you could tell the way we melted.
Mm.
And my first experience, the first time doing it, I actually did it with a friend, and I really couldn't lift her.
Mm.
And now this experience with a total stranger, I was able to do it. Like it was almost like more of a surrender because we didn't know each other. Like we didn't hold any like, like any history together. So it was more of like an easier like surrender.
canvas.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was very nice.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
I actually shared with the coordinators of Kama Flight, and they're more open to doing more women-based workshops because it is a very intimate practice. And sometimes if you're working with someone you just met, it becomes very challenging. So they gear it more towards partners because there's already a relationship. But some people have a hard time. They don't have partners, and they don't have a counter partner that they may be comfortable doing that kind of stuff with.
Yes.
So it's really nice to be able to explore the different ways of going in this. And overall, I see it as somatic healing.
Yes.
Working with the body and allowing us to release whatever comes up wherever the tension is stored in our body.
Yeah, I think even in Thai massage we use like pillows in between sometimes when they're like too close intimate contact. Just to have like a barrier kind of protection wise. But I like what you said. There's two things you mentioned: surrender and somatic healing. And I think that ties very deeply into massage in itself, in which like a lot of people don't know how to relax. Like that's the biggest thing people say. It's like, I don't know how to relax, right? Like they're holding their arm when you're trying to move it. It's
Yes.
like,
Or they're
let
giving
go.
you
What do
the
you
direction
mean,
on
right?
like where to move the
Yes.
arm.
They're
Like-
trying to guide you. Oh, next we're doing this.
Yeah.
How do you know that? How do you know that?
Let's switch it up.
Right?
So it's like they're trying to guide the massage and they're not surrendering into like letting go and trusting, right? Like trust is a big thing. not just a massage, but like in general in life. Like a lot of people will say, I don't trust anyone. Where my biggest thing is I trust everyone. I think DMX said it best, is like, I trust a thief to be a thief. And I know a thief's gonna rob me, but I still trust him to be who he is. You know what I mean? So like I trust everyone, and I extend that trust to know who they are, right? So like in massage, it's learning how to trust the therapist to guide you into a state of relaxation. I feel like massage, right? You can also give your input after this. Is like, what do you think massage is, right? For me, I feel like massage is a form of meditation. I say that because it's like you're guiding someone into their body. Like whatever you're touching, if you're touching their knee, you're telling them, okay, now you're bringing your mind and your awareness to your knee. You're having someone assist you to go deeper into your body, right? So like, what would you say?
Well, I want to add to that. I feel like it's a guided body scan meditation.
I like
So a lot of times you go to different workshops and someone will guide you verbally through a body scan meditation and mention all the body parts, and you visualize yourself walking through those body parts. But in a massage, you're actually getting contact on that, and you're being walked through your body. And so many times I've heard people tell me, I didn't even realize I had tension there, or I didn't realize I was ticklish there, or what was that you found there? So they become more aware of their body as a whole. And that's why I love when people say, hey, can you just focus on this? And I really like to emphasize how important it is to, yes, we're going to make time for that, but I want to take care of the body as a whole, because you may discover things that you didn't realize were there. And it also, everything is connected. So yes, there may be tension in this one spot, but it's a spider web. You know, the fascia is a spider web, and it's all connected. That tension could be carried and transferring somewhere else to a different part of the body. So I like to bring that kind of awareness to people, and I think through a body scan meditation, from head to toe, honoring that there may be some ticklish spots, and that's why I'm really big on asking, is there anywhere that's a no
That you
touch?
don't wanna
Are you
touch.
ticklish anywhere? Anything that I should know about? No? Okay, well in that case we're doing a full body scan meditation. Yeah.
I like that.
Like what you said about like when you're touching, you're also creating like that feedback loop where it's like, okay, I didn't know I felt that, but now my body, I transferred over the energy, and now you get to feel it, and now they feel it. So it's actually like in science, like the body is sending the system, like the signal system, and like you're creating like that, like the awareness for the other person that they didn't know. Like it's energetic, and then like the whole like
Yes.
Yeah, you're creating space for them to be aware.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
And it's crazy because sometimes like the client says, wow, you touched it right at the spot. Like if I just put my hands, and it's like, oh wow, it's already there for you. And it gives you like that awareness for yourself, but also for the person that may had not known that was like what hurt them, or what was causing
And
it.
I want to rewind. There was something you said about, or both of you touched on, where a client may try to guide or interact with you and moving the body. I like to use that as an opportunity to remind them and give them feedback of, look at how much you're engaging. Look at how much you're having a hard time relaxing. Let's take a deep breath right now. We're going to stop.
That's a
Take a deep
good
breath.
idea.
And I do a little jostle or shake just to like move things. And then I notice that their bodies
Things
will
will, like,
surrender
sink
to that.
in,
Because it's
yes.
like, oh, yes, I'm aware now. Okay, let me sink into this a bit more. So I notice the breath helps a lot.
I've been trying to like incorporate more like breath work within like myself, to remind myself like the client doesn't know what you're gonna do, so to prepare them. And I feel like what you said, like not everybody relaxes, so like they're like almost like waiting for the next like move, right?
Yes.
And I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, why can't they just let go? And it's because maybe like life has them like ready for the next move, right?
Yeah.
So we're not really able to relax much.
Yeah.
I think like in this day and age, I don't see people relaxing.
No,
Like,
not by
much.
choice.
Not by choice.
It's like you kind of have to.
It feels
Guide
like a
them into
privilege
it.
to them.
Yes.
It is,
Yeah,
it
and
is.
everyone has access to relaxing, whether it's through body work or any kind of modality. Just making space
Yeah.
for that.
It's really, when people say they don't know how to relax, it's like
Believe
literally.
them. Believe
It's
them.
like they really don't know how to.
Yeah, some people have really record.
Where do you
Yeah.
guys feel like you people like hold the most like surface tension, that as soon as you like touch them, like most of the time I start with the back, but
Mhm,
like
me too.
I feel like shoulder, neck, body
Shoulders,
is
neck.
like everyone
Yeah.
is like I'm
So
calling it the
everyone.
turtle.
It's the
Like, everyone
text
is
net.
like,
it's
yeah.
the phone, it's all
Driving
this, the driving.
too. If
yeah.
you had an accident, naturally your body will
You're
tense
tense,
up
yeah.
because your body remembers. We were once in some kind of impact, and we need to be on guard at all times. And so the body prepares
Yeah.
for that to possibly happen again, and you don't even realize it. I tell a lot of my clients, drop your shoulder, drop
Mhm.
your shoulders. It's okay.
They remind me to drop my
Yeah,
shoulders.
I mean, I have to remind myself sometimes. You know, it is a challenge. The body sometimes tries to overpower what the brain knows.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like the massage like has brought way more awareness to myself, like with my body and the pains. Like when I touch someone else, I'm like, oh shit, maybe later on I may have that pain, and I do find myself like, oh, let me just like, I'm holding the same thing that others are holding, so it's like hopefully it's not on some transferring
Yeah.
Yeah.
situation, but
It's
I become
funny
more
though.
aware of
it's
it.
like you were saying, like what part do you like when you place the hand, or where do you feel they carry the most tension, right? I feel like when you're scanning, right, like the key for me now is learning to slow down, right?
Mhm.
Because like I like to start with the shake and the jostling to kind of like shake the energy around, but eventually I like to go deep and hold pressure on points. You know, just the in between. Like we're gonna be doing effleurage and moving the energy, but then eventually just stay still with them,
Yeah.
so they can learn how to breathe and relax into those points, right?
Yeah.
Because like you were saying, we're gonna do the whole body. Like we're gonna focus. Yeah, you got pain here. We're gonna focus on that, but I want to do the whole body scan, right? Because it's just like reflexology. Like if I'm touching a point on a certain part of the foot, it's gonna radiate back to here. So I feel like that's important because when you can hold, like it's holding space, like you're holding space for them to just put their mind there. Like if someone hasn't really practiced meditation at all, they won't know the effect of just keeping your mind still on one point of the body. You know what I mean? So that's why I always say massage is a form of meditation. And a lot of people don't know how to relax because they've never practiced meditation, and they don't know really how to breathe deeply.
Yeah.
Like you notice it when they that's like a compliment for me when someone takes a big deep breath.
That is
It's
a
like, oh,
compliment.
thank you.
Oh, the
Like,
biggest
You just
compliment
release
is
them.
the snoring.
Yeah.
I'm like, got him.
That
You're
is
like,
the biggest compliment.
Yeah.
But like being able to like actually let go, like and consciously, where it's like, okay, this is like let me sink in.
And you
like,
feel the
the
softness
table.
in the tissues.
Yeah.
Like there's an opening where they surrender and
They do.
allow you in. So it can allow you to work even deeper and with less effort too, because now they have surrendered and let you in. And I've also noticed too that for me as a body worker, when I'm working on the body, more contact helps continue to remind the nervous system you're good, you're taken care of, you're not alone here. I'm here to support you through that. I early on in my career, I was, still learning my flow, and I took my hands off of the client a lot to adjust and get back in there. And I constantly observe people jumping when I put my hands back on. I'm like, why is that happening? And I realized it was the contact on and off that made their nervous system on alert mode. And so I noticed that the more contact I kept with the body, the more I was able to keep them in this parasympathetic state where they were able to relax their muscles and fall deeper into the work.
I would want to ask, what's one of your biggest pet peeves when you're massaging a client?
Like
Something
like a client pet peeve?
Yeah, like when something that is like mine is like I would say when they want the deep tissue and they're like right off the back, it's like
they want it
right
right away.
Yo, I
Yes,
just
like,
let's
get in
warm
there,
up the
yeah.
body.
It
The
is.
muscles need to warm
We
up.
need some
for me
foreplay
to,
for the muscles.
Exactly.
Yes.
I think that dirty feet is
Oh
kind
my
especially
God.
when you want your feet.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, first of all, okay,
Yeah.
but those are one of them.
I would say for me, it's when I like to have conversation first. Help me understand what you need, where your concerns are with your body. And when I ask all these questions and I'm getting very little to no feedback, and they're like, I'm fine, just, do whatever.
Yes.
And I'm like, all right, I'll do my flow then. And I get in there, and then they're like, oh, actually, could you do this? Oh, actually, yeah, my feet too. And usually it's like we're already halfway in there.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
you know how we're timekeepers.
Exactly.
So we're taking time. Okay, I'm going to take this time for this time for that. So it kind of disrupts that flow that I'm already putting myself into, especially when we're maybe halfway through and they're like, could you save some time for this, save some time for that? I'm like,
Mhm.
So I feel like I'm now like juggling and moving things around according to how I preset it. But I will say, as a mobile massage therapist, it has challenged me and reminded me like to work on your feet and be ready for a shift.
Yes, a lot about adaptability.
Adaptability, yeah. So is it a pet peeve? Yes and no. It's a challenge that has helped me become a better therapist. But initially, that really threw me off. I'm like, okay, we could just stop right here because I'm overwhelmed now.
Yeah, timing, I feel like when you're talking about timing, I feel like timing is my thing that I'm like starting to like be more aware of. Like especially when people need more like focus on other things. So I've been trying to like be more aware of my time and the time I spent. You guys are like bringing up a lot of like subjects that I've been thinking about for me since I'm like the more baby therapist here. It was a lot of good reminders for self, like between the touch and like not walking away and the nervous system reset or like the adaptability about you wanting more time in a certain space. So it's like you guys are like talking to me about everything and I'm like, I can relate to all those things right now.
It's funny because like with the timing right now, I'm like, I feel like an hour massage is too short.
That is too short.
It's like I need.
When I first started, 2 hours was like, wow, you work with your hands for 2 hours. Now 2 hours is like that's what most people need because they cannot relax.
It takes like 30 to 45 minutes just to get there sometimes. Yeah.
Absolutely.
But I get this question a lot where people will say, how are your hands not tired? And I think Thai massage and other modalities has helped us really become more aware of there's so much more than the hands that you can use when it comes to body work. I use my forearms so much, my elbows,
everything.
I do compressions in the glutes with the knees a lot, and that feels so good for people. And it's a safe touch, because sometimes fingers in certain areas can become ticklish for people or it can feel invasive.
Yes.
So I've learned to do other things like my knuckle or sometimes just like the side of my hand when I make a fist, the forearm, just doing sweeps up with the forearm. And I've noticed that has helped me preserve a lot of my energy in my body and save my hands from feeling more pain later on in the day. So just being more mindful too with my body.
I agree. I was at one point, I was like, I was feeling my hands almost like becoming stronger in a weird way between like my workouts, since I was using my hands in the workouts and to work. And I was like, wow, I'm putting a lot of like strain on my hands. And I've been using more like the body versus like only your hands. And it has definitely helped me have less pain.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I first started, my hands hurt real bad.
Oh, yeah.
I did not know how to use other body parts.
And because you're building muscles, like you're working out. Like people don't think about that.
Oh yeah, people are always like, wow, you're so jacked. I'm like, it's my work. I don't know what to tell you.
I be sweating in some massages.
So do
I.
I be sweating in there.
And I get really hungry after sometimes. So I'm like, yo, I need to eat.
I feel like it's a reward when you get that payment.
It is.
I'm gonna get a good meal after this.
Yes.
Yeah. But yeah, I remember my first time. I was working at Massage Envy at first when I first graduated. And that first 2 weeks when I was doing like over like 10, 20 massages those first weeks, I remember my hands was like going through it. But you get used to it. You build the muscle memory. They get stronger, and you learn better massage techniques and how would you say posture?
Posture. Oh my gosh, yoga has helped me a lot with that because I didn't realize it until I would do couples massage, and then I would observe the other therapists, and I'm like, oh, I'm not lunging, or realize that I'm hunching over on the client, and so just recognizing those things and incorporating certain yoga poses like Warrior 1, Warrior 2, or the horse pose that they teach us in massage school at the beginning. I think that's a part of the Warrior poses, if I'm not mistaken. But just using our thigh muscles so that our back doesn't suffer later on.
Yeah.
That has really helped.
So we all work independently. We're all mobile. Have you ever worked at at a spa?
I mean, I've done like a few like fill-in type
Yeah.
of work with spas, but it's more like also to like a private company. Yeah, so it
Yeah.
wasn't like a franchise.
Yeah.
I never worked for a
Like
franchise.
Massage Envy, Hand
No.
Stone type thing. You don't know?
Okay, I did, yes,
Okay.
in Connecticut. That's where I started my massage world and the journey, and I was there for 5 months. It was a bit like a Massage Envy, but it had its own little
Mhm.
private practice. They had a few local spots in Connecticut, and it felt very much like the culture in Massage Envy, where
Yeah.
you had a big turnaround rate. Some of these people you never saw again, or it was their first time getting a massage, and there was very little to no massage etiquette on the customers'
Yeah.
end. Some of these people would come straight from the gym,
Oh,
really
God.
gross.
That's the worst.
Some of them had
Yeah.
dirt on their feet, or they just weren't aware of what was happening. A lot of them just got gifted a massage, and they're like, I don't know. I'm
Yeah,
just
they
here.
come in with their shirt still on, like. Okay.
Yeah, some of them would lay on top of the bed and not get under the sheets, and I'm like, whoa! I'm gonna give you a second. I'll be right back. Will you
Or
pass
they'll
me?
be
Yeah.
fully naked. I'll be
Yeah.
like, yo.
Yes. So many odd situations.
That's like a whole episode, right? What's the crazy shit? Like,
Oh my goodness, yeah. But I will say that was a great starting point because you get so many different kind of clients, and it helps you understand how to navigate adaptability,
Your
like
body.
I said earlier, and also understand where you want to be when you choose to be on your own. So I will say that's a great place to start. I think 5 months was too long, too much of my time that I gave them. It could have been
Just-
shortened
Yeah.
because
It's a lot of
they work
energy 'cause
you.
it's a lot of
Man, they work
turnover.
you. Yeah.
I feel like that's why I never worked in one of those, because I think I got like scared of like the amount of energy and the
Yeah.
turnover. I did apply to one on the beach, and
Oh, that's
he kind of like
nice.
scared me away
Yeah.
because I was like, that's too much for me, and I need to preserve my body.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, and the
Um,
mandatory hours you have to
yeah,
give
like
them,
to
like the
stay there.
weekends,
The weekends.
and you
You're
have
not
to
even
do
on call.
laundry, and like it's like, hold on a second, I'm getting paid how much to do this part? You're not. It's. I
The
don't
reason
know.
I wouldn't do it again is because I feel like my massages are getting a little more, like, more than just a spa massage, right? Like when I'm going in, like I build a relationship a lot of time with my clients. So like at first, they might not be too comfortable with me putting my leg underneath their leg,
Mhm.
so I could do a certain type of stretch. Whereas in a spa, that's definitely not allowed. You know what I mean? You can't sit on the table. You can't. There's certain things you can't do. Whereas even now, when I have a first client, it's me getting to know them. You know what I mean? Like it's like at first it's like I'm scanning the body the first session. I'm still doing what they need and what they want, but as the sessions progress and we get to know each other more, I know their body and I know what I'm not gonna say I know exactly what their body needs, but I know how to navigate it, and I get like familiarity with what their body wants. and
Yeah.
needs, right. So.
And I think that's why I like to stay away from 60 minutes. I've
Mhm.
actually been juggling on taking it off completely and having it just for people who want a relaxation massage with no stretching or other elements added to it. Because then I know I can do a full body and stay within the timeline. I almost always go over the time.
Mm-hmm.
And it doesn't bother me because
Yeah.
I love to give a little extra love. Like that part doesn't bother me. But if I'm working with another therapist, I want to honor their time. And sometimes I have clients where they give me a hard stop and they say, I have a meeting after, or I have to pick up my kid right after. Please make sure that we stop at this time. So sometimes they can't just openly receive the extra love that I have for them time wise. So I have to be very conscientious of that. And I think 75 minutes or 90 minutes is like the perfect sweet spot to really get in there and not have to worry about cutting them short on what you know you can provide them.
Mm-hmm.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
I think the 60-minute is like you said, like especially when you're first getting to know a client, you're scanning the body, and it's like by the time that you like figure out what you got going on, like the massage could be almost over, or like if you almost like do just little scans everywhere, basically very quickly, because it goes by really fast.
Yeah.
Especially if you have to like address something in each section, like you can't really give it too much
I
love.
got this
Yes.
in my
Yeah.
neck, my lower back, and my right
Yeah.
hamstring. I'm like,
Yeah.
Like that's like a 2-hour, buddy. Minimum.
Yeah, so I try to inform. I noticed that like a lot of people, they're not aware, you know, like they don't live in the massage world. We do.
Yeah.
So I use that as the opportunity to let them know this is usually how it goes. If you really want to focus on these areas, I would highly suggest adding a little bit extra time. You will feel the difference, and it gives me time to get in there without rushing over. So with that information, do as you please. You're welcome to choose whatever time frame works for you, but I just wanted to give you that heads up.
That's a good recommendation to your clients.
So
Yeah.
I think this was a very good, interesting conversation and a great start to the podcast.
Yeah.
So thank you all for watching and tuning in. Where can we reach you guys?
Ooh, so I don't think I mentioned this earlier. My business name is Piece of Paradise Wellness, and you can find me on Instagram at heal.with.iris.
And you can find me at mycosmicwellness.com.
It's Buddha Bloom, you already know. Let's get it. One love.
Peace and love.
I think that was a great.
That was so cute.
Yeah.